Puppy Trades! Oh man, this fool gave me a homework assignment. You thought it was over? You thought I was going to tell you that I thought this guy was in the Illuminati and that he was tweeting secret stock codes to his handlers and that I wasn't going to be able to just do it again? You thought I was just going to do that once so that when Sony exploded, you guys would just say, oh, duh. Well, Sony's a good company, pup. Sony's a good company. They're really good. Yeah. Oh, I also found a magic stock picking machine where I know who the elites, their little puppets are. And I know their little dumb code for telling everyone which stocks to buy. And so I figured that out. And I was only going to do it once for Sony Entertainment. Yeah, you figured me out. You got it. I wasn't going to be able to just wake up the next morning. I can't believe it, man. And you know that this is why they say what they're planning on doing is justified because of how easily it goes over people's heads. I mean, good Lord. You guys really didn't think I'd be able to do it again the next day. Hey, I actually have this exact picture on a thumbnail from a video in January saying that Redditors and NFTs were going to be blamed on the collapse of the Swift financial system. And I have this exact picture as the thumbnail. And then, what do you know? He came back this year. Wow. And I also posted about AMC and GameStop numerous times in March and February. And that was based on things from option screens and Elliott Wave. Anyway. You don't have to find it all out from Elliott Wave. It's not all about the option screens. If you find someone who is clearly in the Illuminati, they obviously have handlers. They're obviously friendly, esoteric dudes controlling the minds of the masses because the word government means to rule, govern, mint the mind. You really didn't think I'd just be able to do it again? I want you guys to guess which one. Guess which one. No way Pup's just gonna show us another stock ticker. No way. Another stock ticker right in the beginning of the video. They don't even make the people wearing the robes at the parties who were filming all this. They don't even make them watch the whole video. They put the stock tickers like in the very first frame, so they don't even have to watch it.
That's good. It's a fresh pie. Save me a slice.
Ooh.
That's good. Okay, that's good. Yeah, that's all right. That's good. Okay. All right. Okay, that's good. That's good. It's enough slices! Ooh, a fresh pie. Save me a slice.
Yep.
That's good. Okay, that's good.
Yep, I'm not going to be able to do it again.
That's good. Okay. All right.
He gave me a homework assignment this time, man. This fool gave me a homework assignment.
It's enough slices!
All right, did you see it? Did you see it? All right, get your glasses out, Grandpa. Another stock ticker. Wow. Another stock ticker right in the first frame of the video. Did he tell his followers to buy Sony yesterday. I don't believe so. Is he going to tell his followers to buy? Can you guess? What is it? Do you see it? He posted a picture. I believe this is Wall Street Bets GME YOLO update from April, what's that? 16th of 2021. Right? This is just about the meme stocks. This is just about GameStop. A GME YOLO update. For those with eyes to see, that's a call out. And just like Sony Entertainment, it's a call out at a very, very, very good time for his handlers to be shown the ticker right on a platter. Lucky them, because you can see the work that I've done over the past 2 quarters researching unusual options activity, long gamma strategies on the pot stocks, the cannabis sector. Even last Friday, I posted about why I'm still holding my long call, or last Thursday, or late last week, I posted about why I'm still holding my long call positions on Tilray and Canopy Growth. I own the Tilray 2-strike call for January of 2025, and Canopy Growth, sorry, not Camping World, Canopy Growth, I have the 5-strike call, but that was a split adjusted call, and that's for January of 2026. So that's quite deep in the money, and I'm going to be holding those. So I've done a lot of analysis of the pot stocks that you guys can see as recently as last week, and so we're going to get into those in this video. I need to look at those because of the bar chart straddle screen and other unusual options volume screens. But now's the perfect time. The perfect time to be looking at the pot stocks, man. It's the perfect time. So for those with eyes to see, GME YOLO update is not about GameStop. It's not a funny TikTok with this guy, Anthony Fantano. No. This is a call out letting people with eyes to see in the illuminated ones know to buy the cannabis stocks. Why? Well, just recently, YOLO, the ETF, had very unusual options volume activity. Yeah. Oopsie. YOLO. Let's see the top holdings here. Want more cannabis exposure? This is from MSOS and MSOX. They've got YOLO. They don't just have the top holdings listed, which is a little annoying. Let's see. Holdings. There we go. So they have 44% MSOS in this ETF, 8.47% Village Farms, 7.91% High Tea, Sundial, Kronos, CRDL, and Organigram. Tilray and AFC Gamma rounding out the end of the list. So yes, this is not, unfortunately, a reference to the Drake song, The Motto. I'm the effing man. You don't get it, do ya? Type of money, everybody acting like they knew ya. Go uptown New York City, B. Some Spanish girls love me like I'm A Ventura. Tell Uncle Luke I'm out in Miami too. Clubbing hard, effing women, ain't much to do. Wrist, bling, got a condo up in Biscayne. Still getting brain from a thing, ain't shit changed. Now she want a photo. You already know though. You only live once, that's my motto for people. YOLO. We bout it every day. Every day. Every day. Like we sitting on the bench, person, we don't really play. Every day. Every day. F what anybody say. Can't see 'em 'cause the money in the way. Real people know what's up. I can't see him. I can't see him because the money in the way. I can't see this little dumb reference he's trying to make about some memorable GameStop calls and whatever this crap is with this influencer and this pizza and this TikTok. I can't see it. Because the money in the way. GME YOLO update. For those with eyes to see, we get the message. But who else is he telling? Who is this guy? Why does he keep tweeting stock tickers in the beginning of his videos, but he doesn't tell any of his followers to buy those stock tickers? He tells them to buy GameStop and AMC. Who's this guy work for? YOLO is this cannabis ETF. And for those who know Elliott Wave, for those maybe familiar with unusual options volume and long gamma strategies, it could be ending an A, B, C correction between the 127.2% to 161.8% extension of the length of wave A placed at the wave B high. So this is a very interesting time to be looking at YOLO. In fact, the reason I didn't even wait till the close is because based on the options activity I've seen, it could be really, really interesting times to be looking at this sector. Once again, just like Sony Entertainment, even more pretty than anything on the unusual options volume screens. Unusual fundamental screens. Who are these friendly esoteric dudes? Why does this guy act like he's a retail trader who just really wants all of the public to think that retail traders banding together are the reason that silver is about to explode, or the reason a lot of naked shorting is about to get undone, and the financial institutions who did the naked shorting, well, they're not really to blame. Because this guy, Roaring Kitty, really, really, really seems to have a mission to make sure regular old retail traders are blamed for a banking collapse. So this guy is making sure with his big Twitter account that all these financial media outlets are happily reporting on every day, giving him tons of attention. Hey, It's not the naked shorting that's causing the moves. It's not the required reserves ratio being 0 that causes inflation. It's not BRICS buying all this gold, having an actual currency. No, this guy seems to really, really want the masses to think it's people on Reddit, people on X, people like you and me, people like your parents, people like your kids. They're the ones who are responsible for any collapse of a bank, any rampant inflation, any dollar supply shock, maybe even any problems with clearinghouses. No, it wasn't the banks not having any collateral for their ETNs for all these commodities. It wasn't naked shorting. It wasn't the Silicon Valley Bank bailout ending. No, it wasn't any of those things. Thanks to this guy, Roaring Kitty, the masses are all going to say, just regular people. Regular old folks opening up their Robinhood and E-Trade accounts. So why does this guy not tell those people to buy Sony Entertainment? Like I proved in my most recent video, he did. Because that also happens to be at a very important super cycle low. Why doesn't he tell his followers to buy the pot stocks? Because YOLO, this exact ETF, was on the unusual ETF options volume screen last week. I think to the tune of about 450% unusual options volume. Almost entirely biased to calls. Why does he hide it? I mean, he kind of hides it, right? It just kind of looks like the stock ticker is accidentally there. But time and time again, you look at the charts, the stock tickers actually seem to be very strategically placed by someone potentially very high up. Who knows that Sony Entertainment is putting in a super cycle low? And who knows that the pot stocks are about to explode? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves up, another wave 1, ABC wave 2, and I believe another wave 1, and another wave 2. So above the 78.6% fib of 8.08, I like that as an invalidation. The widest invalidation for this ETF, it's wide, but it is on the daily chart, and this ETF has a very high beta, is 7.30. But I'm going to hold the Tilray and CGC Leap positions that I have, because I think that this is a 1, 2, 1, 2, yes, 1, 2, wave 3 of wave 3 of wave 3 ensuing. And I think that this is the perfect time for people in the illuminated ones, so to speak, to be looking at the pot stocks. And I think just once again, just like Sony Entertainment, very interesting. You go on this guy's page and boom, the ticker's just right there, right in front of you. Again, a sector that I'd been looking for. I've been looking for Sony to end that ABC correction round out a wave 1 and an ABC wave 2 from that low, start wave 3 of wave 3 towards the right side of the base, that takes a long time. But thankfully, this guy told me the perfect time to look at Sony yesterday. And now he's telling me the perfect time to look at MSOS and YOLO today. Who else is he telling? Because I've posted about Tilray in the past week. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves up. Because it and CGC and ACB have been on the straddle and strangle screens. An ABC correction and a wave 1 and a wave 2. And YOLO had been on that unusual options volume screen with a bias to the call side. I'd actually thought about posting about YOLO. One of my biggest lists that I have, YOLO, is written down. But I've covered the contents within YOLO, like Tilray, like wave 1, wave 2, another wave 1, and another wave 2, wave 3 of wave 3. It's repetitive because I've already covered Tilray so recently. But I was looking at option screens, straddle screens, unusual options volume screens, like where Organogram came from. OGI. I pointed out the unusual options volume with this stock. One, 2, wave 3, highest high on the monthly RSI, shallow wave 4 and a wave 5 higher. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves up, wave 1, wave A, and A, B, C correction, wave 2, wave B. So I've been looking for since November that Organogram was in a wave 3 of wave C. So far, I believe that's taking place. 97 cents is quite frankly way too wide. A little tighter from this low is found by taking these retracements. 2.91. And this is 0.9702. So from this low, 1, 2, wave 3. Within wave 3, the highest RSI on the RSI is made. In this case, it's the daily. Shallow wave 4. And a wave 5 higher. Now, potentially right near the 61.8% retracement. 1.71 would be tight. 1.38 would be wide. But that would be 5 waves up. And so that zone above those levels is where the 3 waves back is expected to end before another 5 waves advance higher in this case. And then from this high, an A, B, C correction, five waves up, 3 waves back. A great time for some certain group of people, apparently, to be looking at OGI within YOLO to begin another 5 waves advance higher. I've covered IIPR in recent videos and posts. In the long term, I believe this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is also in line with real estate. Large wave 1 and ABC wave 2 at the 78.6% retracement. So I was looking for this to be a 1, 2, 1, 2 from this low. So far, that does appear to be the case. And I'm looking for IIPR. It's quite in the money from most of my posts about it. I'm still looking for it to begin a long-term wave 3, 5 waves up, 3 waves back at the 78.6% fib. Ripe time for another 5 waves advance beyond 288 at least in the long term. CGC from this low, very volatile, not the prettiest leading diagonal. I would say leading diagonals and expanded diagonals are the most difficult part of Elliott wave, besides distinguishing between a wave 4 correction and a wave 2 correction. I actually think that's most properly just going to be a 1. So I'm going to keep holding my CGC leap. I originally bought it when it was at 50 cents. Then there was a reverse split. So now my strike price is 5. My delta, though, per option is only 10, not 100, even though it's quite in the money. And so another 1. Wow. A ticker for a stock or a sector with, in my opinion, my unprofessional opinion, that's absolutely not investment advice in any way. These are extremely volatile. It's a very interesting time to just happen to be looking at the tickers of Sony Corporation yesterday. And I think for those in the know, Canopy Growth, Tilray, Organogram, Innovative Industrial Properties, MSOS, the top holding of YOLO. Well, you guys saw all the work that I put into knowing that this sector, or having the analysis that this sector is really about to take off, like Sony, for a major super cycle low. And like Sony, I got a lot more confirmation that's going to happen from this friendly, esoteric dude who really wants everyone to think that all this stuff that's about to happen to the financial system, the next bank that goes down, the next bank run, the next massive wave of inflation, it's not the Fed's fault. It's not BRICS' fault. It's not the fault of anyone but you.